Hey guys, I want to thank Native for sponsoring this video, and I have to say, it brings me a lot of joy that I get sponsorships that I actually use the products. So I have been using Native products for many years now, and I started using them when I went on a search to find a more clean deodorant for myself. I've been using Native deodorant for years. I really like the lavender rose and the grapefruit. Those are my two favorite scents. I also like the coconut vanilla. The great thing about the deodorant is that it dries really quick, so it's not sticky. It lasts for 72 hours, odor protection for 72 hours, and it's also a clean option of deodorant, you know, aluminum, paraben free. It's great, and it really works. I've been using it for years. They also come out with this Native deodorant and body spray. It applies light as air, it dries really quickly, it doesn't stain your clothing. It's also made with clean ingredients. This one is coconut vanilla. I do really like the coconut vanilla. And I also have the coconut vanilla in the body wash, which I really like. This body wash leaves your skin soft, hydrated, it froths up really well. And even with that, it doesn't use sulfated surfactant, and it also doesn't leave any residue. And it's made with the same clean ingredients as all the other products. Native also has a holiday collection out, so if you like all different kinds of scents for your body products, they've got candy cane, sugar cookie, mistletoe, things like that, if that's something that you really enjoy. Typically, the deodorant, body spray and deodorant, and the body wash is $36, but whenever you buy your first Native bestseller pack and you use my code, Brave From Scratch, you get 33% off. I really do use Native. Their deodorant is my absolute favorite. And it makes me happy to actually be able to bring you sponsors of things that I've been using for a really long time, and I'm getting to do that more and more, and that makes me really happy. Can you get off the counter, please?
That's not the best way I can do.
Butter. What?
What? Can I make a really good pie?
No, not today.
Lily, I'm gonna make.
Let's make the biscuits now.
I made it. Wow!
I don't want your feet in our biscuits. Your feet are not a very clean part of your body. You can have any leftovers. Wilder said he made 2 heart biscuits, one for me and one for him. He said for you and me. Let's get on it. Let's start mashing up some apples. So this is what the apples look like. I did not cook them overnight. I just kept them on warm. Oh, okay, they didn't stick too bad. So they are definitely ready to mash up. A few of them are burnt, but that's not a big deal. I had 80 pounds of apples. I've used about 50 in these 2 roasters. As you can see, it's cooked way down from yesterday. So now we're gonna mash it into applesauce, add spices, and then keep cooking it into apple butter. I may not make this batch apple butter because I don't have time to can after today, so I may make this applesauce and can it today. I have to think about that. We're gonna have this with our biscuits this morning, so I'm just gonna taste it. Mmm. You like that?
I like that.
I'm gonna go ahead and add some sugar. I'm just gonna start with half a cup. We'll go ahead and do a cup. We'll go ahead and add some cinnamon. Oh yeah, it's perfect. You might would want it sweeter than that, but I don't want it too sweet. I just want it to bring out the flavor of the apple. Basically perfection in form of a biscuit. These are perfect biscuits. Oh, do you see that perfection? Beautiful, fluffy, light biscuit. Instead of gravy, we're gonna do applesauce. You say thank you. All right, guys, come and eat. We've got honey, peanut butter,
Where are the plates?
jam.
To what?
You have 2 biscuits, and then there's applesauce to put beside your biscuit or on your biscuit. It's really yummy. I'm actually gonna add this one to here so that we can get these other apples in here cooking. Oh. I'm gonna get this going into apple butter actually, and then in a little bit I will get the last bit of the apples going. But I need to get some things done this morning. We gotta finish cleaning up. What's wrong? Oh, a cow, you're excited. I've got to get school done, get the babies done for naps, and then we'll keep working on apples. The main thing when you're making apple butter is that you add apple cider vinegar. This is what's gonna give it that tang that makes apple butter so delicious. We are gonna add some more cinnamon. I don't have a recipe, I just eyeball it. I'll add more if I feel like we need more. I ground up some cloves. We're gonna add that. And then we're gonna add some nutmeg. So we're gonna stir this in and then we will just keep cooking it. I won't add more sugar right away because I wanna taste it. Once it cooks down, it may be that the apples were sweet enough to make the apple butter sweet. I know I did add a little sugar to it earlier, which is fine. But you don't always have to add sugar to apple butter. Sometimes it's plenty sweet once it thickens up and condenses down. Okay, I'm finally dressed for the day. We have moved on to computer school. Come on, Wilder, come sit in my lap. Wilder sits in my lap while he does his school, and the babies are napping. Well, they're in their beds, they're not asleep. It's kind of one of those mornings that I feel like, oh, I needed a breather. Go sit in the chair, we'll come snuggle and do school, buddy. It's inevitable that some is gonna stick to the sides, but we can minimize that by scraping our sides down every so often. I'm also gonna keep the temp kind of low, like let's try 225. If that starts sticking too much, we'll go even lower. Making apple butter is like a low and slow process. I will have to blend it up some more. It's still got some pretty big chunks, but the more you cook it, the easier it is to blend it. Now, one of my best parts of my day, snuggling with this guy and teaching him to read. There's a few different ways I've taught my kids to read. Each kid's been a little different, but with Wilder, I'm using something called Reading Eggs, and it's an app on my phone, so we just sit and do it every day. And Justice and Brighton have both learned to read that way. Joyful used the Barton method, and I used Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons with Grace. And then I supplement this app with just like reading. For some kids, that will just be like a supplement to them and just something fun, like a reward. And then for other kids, it can work as the full curriculum. It really is just gonna depend on your kid. You ready to go?
I love school, yeah, I am.
Okay, they are almost done. Almost fully done with their school day. I am warming up some leftover soup from last night. I wish I had been more thoughtful and quadrupled my biscuit recipe this morning, because then we could have just had biscuits with that. Were there leftover biscuits, Joy?
No. There's one in
Maybe I'll make grilled cheeses to go with it really quick, just to make sure everyone's bellies are totally full. Before we do that, I want to go see how the garden withstood the temperatures last night, because you know we covered it last night. So if anything was gonna get mushy, it was going to be the lettuce. And it looks perfect. Obviously besides the ones that have bolted, but we'll just cut those down. It's a lot of arugula. Lettuce looks great. Tart looks fine. Something really cool is all of my Snapdragons look fine. I mean the ones that weren't already dying. Look at that. Snapdragons like cold weather. They are spring flowers, and apparently fall ones as well. Let's pick a few. Can you believe I'm picking Snapdragons that just went through a 20-degree night? Look at these beauties. Let's check the broccoli. Broccoli doesn't mind cold, but 20 degrees is pretty cold. Oh, looks good to me. So actually after tonight, I'll need to take all of this off. The thing about putting Agribon on your garden is that if you're not careful, you'll actually cook everything in there and kill it. And it's really not a cold enough time of year to leave the Agribon on. So we'll probably take that off this evening or tomorrow evening, and then only put it on the really, really cold nights, because all those plants out there do fine in some cold weather. Look at that.
Wow.
They didn't die. It was 20 degrees last night.
Oh, wait, they're a little droopy.
Yeah. The plants look fine. Dun, 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 dun. Still rolling in flowers. Well, not really, but still bringing in flowers from the garden. That's probably the last time, but feels nice. Soup is warming up. Time to work on apples. We have stuff to do this afternoon. We have to leave the house and go do stuff. Too bad the babies aren't awake. They do this really well. This is a good job for them.
What do they do?
They put all the apples in here for me so I can wash them. 2:30, yeah. Clean apples for my bowls. They're always disappearing. Oh, I think it's good. Oh, no, it's the baby crying. Little blumpy boy. That was a very short nap. All right, so we have one pot of apples left to go. This is still cooking down into apple butter. See how much darker it's getting? This is just starting into applesauce. And my sweet little man is gonna help me make some lunch for everyone. You wanna make grilled cheese with me? This part of my stove makes me so happy. I can make 6 grilled cheese at a time, and it is life-changing to be able to cook that much. Can you hand me the cheese in just a second? Can you open it, or do you need help? Help. Okay, just a second. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, we've got soup and grilled cheese. A spoon for you. I was gonna put it in your bowl. And a spoon for you. And a spoon for you. Do we know where the other kids are? I was cleaning up for lunch and then looking for the babies. You guys are so cute. The only way to get a little rest is to lay on the floor, and then the babies climb all over you, but you just keep your eyes shut and they just climb, but you rest. So you're like a passive jungle gym, but like your body's still resting. Are you cuties ready to go? All right, let's go to horseback riding lessons. Hey, go get your shoes on and get in the car, Kay.
No, there's a horse.
This is a pretty horse. All right, Joy. Why are we here?
To ride horses.
Who gets to ride horses?
Me.
I'm really thankful that she is able to consistently take horseback riding lessons now. It has been a dream of hers, and I'm just really grateful that she can. It's fun, huh?
Yeah. Well, how do we say something fun?
It's a big horse, isn't it? What do you think, Royal? Where's Joy? Back in the car, we're cold. At home we were in the sun, but here we're in the shade, so we're back in the car because we don't wear enough clothes. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, what you up to, little lady? How was your lesson today?
Really good.
How do you feel after or when you're riding? How do you feel when you're riding?
Happy.
How about when you're done?
Happy.
Happy and happy? Right, heading home. I'm gonna show you, I have a bunch of leftovers, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna turn them into something new for dinner. You gonna help me come harvest some broccoli? Home sweet home. But it is dinner time and everyone is starving. So I gotta get something on the table quick. But I have a plan already. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Because everything's covered. Do you remember where it is? I'll help you find it. It's right here, but we gotta take all of this off the sides. All right, let's pull it off so we can pick some. Oh, here's one. Oh, yep, that one right there. Good job. Here's one. Can you pick it off or you want me to do it? You want me to help you? Can you show me your broccoli? Beautiful. All right, let's walk up to the house. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. All right, let's walk it up to the house. Make some supper. Oh, you found a pot. You want to help me make dinner? All right, I'm gonna check on my apples real quick. These look like they're burning just a little bit, so stir them up. Doesn't that smell so good? Doesn't the house smell amazing? All right, I have some chicken I need to deal with and some Alfredo pasta left over.
I shake it up a bunch.
So let's make a casserole. We're gonna pick all the chicken off of here and then throw these bones in to make broth. And we'll use the broth another day. Okay, so that's the amount of chicken we have. We have a stock pot with all the bones and things, and I have some more giblets and things like that to add to this.
I really don't know what it's done with.
It might not look pretty, but it's plenty of food for dinner. All right, next up, I just threw some broccoli on there. I just steamed it really quick. And then to finish it off, I'm gonna make kind of like an Alfredo sauce. It'll be different because the herbs and stuff will be different in it. It's basically like a chicken pasta casserole. I'll use Italian seasoning in the roux that I'm making. If you're really feeling like exerting a lot of energy, you could cook some onions in there as well. They have the best sister in the world teaching them gymnastics. Okay, once I add the herbs, I am just gonna let it sit here for a minute. If you let the flour and the butter cook for a little bit, just like this, it'll cook off some of that flour taste, so it won't just taste like glue. And then just before you add the milk, add a whole bunch of garlic. Are you coming to help or are you coming to eat? He wants to know what's going on. Okay, and there you have it. That took me 15 minutes to make, maybe. And I'm gonna stick this in the oven and get it all bubbly. You could eat it like this, but it's just nice to cook it for a few minutes because it kind of melds everything together. I forgot to taste this apple butter when I got home. Let's taste it and see if we need more cider vinegar. I'm gonna add some more spices and sugar too. I'm just gonna do another cup of sugar. So that will be 2 cups for that whole 22 quarts as of right now. Do you like your dinner? And then Royal is being a big boy. Hands in your lap, guys. We have not prayed. Hey, Wilder, we don't have books or toys at the table, okay? Put your book away. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for our food, for our food. We want to thank you. We want to thank you. Amen. Amen. Thank you for joining us today.
Time to eat.
Time to eat.